Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Wreckfest and we're going to do some more online multiplayer racing, starting with a race at the Eagles Peak Motor Park. It's going to be 3 A-class races today and we are in the Hammerhead RS. 15 of us in this race, 6 laps around this track. There's a lot of Hammerheads and there's a lot of Star Beasts in this race as well. I'm up the inside here, which is fine as long as we don't get hit from behind. No, we're okay. And in behind the 2 leaders, that leader has got that very wrong, gone really wide and clipped the barrier, or the sign, so we are up into an early lead. Looks like there's one going to be going down the outside though. Yeah, there they are up alongside. They're going to be wide in the corner. If we hold a nice tight line we should be able to hold it. Good start then. Second place still right behind us. No issues with the crossovers yet, but of course they're going to come into play pretty soon. Crossovers are so well spread out on this course and there's so many of them that doesn't take long before you find cars coming across. Yeah, that car is still there. Be interesting to see if they try and take us off early. No, looks at the moment as if they're happy just to race as fast as they can without trying to particularly take us off. Crossover still clear at this point, so again we want to hold a nice tight line. Be interesting to see if they go wide. Yeah, looks like they're going down the side of the ramp again. It's much quicker down the side of the ramp and they are up in front of us. Good overtake there. Yeah, I've never practiced and got good at going down the side of the ramp. That's something that I definitely need to do, because as you can see it's definitely much quicker. It's probably worth half a second a lap, which is quite a significant amount. Let's see if we can hold on to this car though, keep the pressure on. If they're going to keep going down the side of the ramp though and gaining that half a second, that means I've got to gain half a second on them somewhere else on the lap, which is not going to be easy. Car crashed to the side there. They're not wrecked, but they are crashed out. Struggling to hold on to this leader. We've already pulled quite a good gap back to the cars behind. Yep, down the side they go again. Just got to watch those cars over the crossover there. They've avoided them and we have too. That's allowed me to gain slightly. They probably had to brake a little bit to avoid the collision, whereas the gap came quite nicely for us. Cars coming from the left as well, but we're going to be clear again. Keep it nice and tight round here. Power down. Through we come then for the halfway stage of the race. Having to race really hard just to keep up with this leader. Gap back to third place now, about 4 seconds. Fourth has dropped way back to 10 seconds. Again, down the side of the ramp they go. It is of course a dangerous. Whoa! Can we sneak in front? Oh, that was lucky, just managed to sneak in front. Yeah, it is a dangerous tactic going down the side of the ramp. Easy to get it wrong, but they've clearly got that knack really down to a T. No mistakes at all for them so far. Up over the jump again towards the last corner, and again we've got a nice little gap. In A-class cars like the Hammerhead, you take that ramp at full speed and you can clear any cars on the crossover. The only thing you've got to watch is you're not going into that final corner too quickly. You can overshoot it a little bit. Leader is just edging. Oh, they've been hit. Oh God. Saw the leader get hit. Saw the cars coming across me. Braked as hard as I possibly could, but just couldn't avoid the cars on the crossover, and that has let another car through as well. And in fact, is that car that was in third place that has now jumped and is in the lead. That was a real shame. If I could have just avoided the cars on the crossover, I would have been up in the lead myself. Like I say, I don't think there was any more I could do. The second I saw those cars coming, I braked as hard as I could, but still wasn't enough. Okay, down in third place then. Car behind is still about 7 seconds is that behind, so quite a gap. So we can concentrate on attempting to catch these 2 leaders up. I was struggling to keep up with the leader, and third place seemed to likewise be going similar speed to ourselves really. The gap back to them when they were in third was pretty similar. and we're back up in second place. There was a lot of tyres off on that first corner. I'm guessing the two leaders had a battle in that first corner. One of them's overshot, I'm sure, with a bit of help from the other car, and we are sort of back to how we were, in that it's the same leader, and we are back up into second place again. Third place only a couple of seconds behind, so got to watch here on this last lap that we try and stay ahead. We did seem to be able to keep them behind fairly comfortably earlier on in the race, so hopefully we can do that now as we come up towards the end of the race. We've got a gap here through the middle of those two cars, just got to hold it tight, and we are good. Leader is just about to go over the line now, and we're not too far behind. Second place, that's probably a reasonable result really. 54.7 best lap for ourselves. Leader was indeed quite a bit quicker, at least a second quicker, so we were always going to struggle to catch them. Third place actually was the fastest car. Second online race today then is at the Tri-Bend Speedway. Sticking with the Hammerhead, 8 laps around here, 13 of us in this race. This is the Wild Circuit configuration, so we're going to have a couple of ramps and the chicane to contend with. Going to go over the ramp to start with. Obviously it's quicker to avoid the ramps if possible. Oh, big crash here at the start. Can we nip up the outside? Had to brake to avoid the barriers. Just hold it around the outside here. Hold our own with this car inside. Okay, 7th place then. Not a disastrous start. Now it's more spread out, cars going around the ramp. I don't like to go on the outside of that first ramp. Again, I always find it a little bit dangerous. This one I find after you've come through the chicane is a lot more of a natural line. Big crash in front, and that car was back on its wheels. Not sure if that was a crash or if that was just lag or something. Seemed a bit strange that it was tumbling and all of a sudden landed back on its wheels. Up into 5th place now then. Again, hold it out wide, brake sharp through the chicane and keep it right on this ramp. Make up a little bit of time if possible on the ones that are going over the ramp. Tight turn here. This really tight final corner of the lap. The other two corners are almost flat out, or can be flat out if you get your line right. Few seconds gap back to 5th place, and we are up into 3rd place now. I didn't actually see what happened. I saw one car crashed around the chicane, so I'm guessing there was 2 of them got involved in that, and although I didn't see it, we are now up into 3rd place as we come across the line for the start of the 5th lap. Back market in the way here, is it? Yep, that's not for position, so I've just got to be careful what they're going to do. Can I cut inside them and down the side of the ramp? Right, that car immediately in front now is for position. That is in 2nd place. Leader is about 5 seconds ahead. Where's that leader? Can't quite see them as we come round the corner. Probably get a view of them as we come round here. There's one coming out of ghost mode. That's not the leader, is it? No, and that's the back marker as well. Slowed us down a little bit. Wasn't really anything I could do to avoid that. Okay, 2 laps to go then. Can I catch up at all? Been a bit of a crash at the chicane as the 2nd place is clearly through. No, again, all back markers. I was hoping that was the leader maybe got involved in that, but no. We have caught up slightly with the leader though, so they've possibly been held up. Either that or they're just taken their foot off the gas slightly. Last lap then. And again there's been a crash here, and there's a spinner, and that is the leader. Well, that was the leader, should I say. We're up into 2nd behind the other car now. They're in back markers. It's possible they could get spun. No, they are through. Great win for them, and we are going to take another 2nd place. Our best lap was a 22.7. Nowhere near the fastest, quite a lot of lap times around 21, 22, 23 seconds. Really good fun race, that one. Wild Circuit's always good fun. Today's final race then is going to be at the Sandstone Raceway. 6 laps around here, 16 of us in this one, and that Speedy there has not got away from the line at all. A couple of cars ploughed into the back. We are on the outside here, so we're going to be coming round, so we're going to get pushed. Yeah, we're going to get pushed further and further around. Hopefully that hammerhead spinning will hold up a few. Someone has gone around the other way, and we have got massive frame rate issues, as we've got probably 12, 13, 14 cars on the screen at the same time. Can we sneak in front of that? Yep, just in front of that raid in there without getting a back end clipped. Right, I need to brake hard here, and I've made a mess. Followed the line of the hammerhead in front and made a right mess. That was that same hammerhead spinning round again. That's twice that hammerhead's spun in the space of a quarter of a lap already. Couple of cars gone wide there. If I can sneak up the inside and hold it tight round here, yeah, we're up into 5th place. Okay, slightly tighter corner here. Got to get a good line around this one as well. Try and hold it tight, because then we need to sling it left a little bit. Ooh, that's about as close to those rocks as you want to get. That was a little too close. Got the run here on the outside. If we can get a nose in front before this corner, they're still there. They're not giving that easy, and they've sort of levered us wide slightly. We're okay though, as long as we can get up the inside here. Now we're going to have to watch. A lot of cars are going to be coming around here, I would guess. Yeah, there's a lot of cars in the way. Oh, almost managed to pick a path. Fortunately found that Venom in the way. We've probably got through there better than some of the others though. Still 4th place, and again slightly wide on that corner. Not turning in quick enough for that. Need to try and correct that on the next few laps if possible. Brake hard here, need to get this right. Have to avoid that barrier there on the left hand side. It's no use taking a lot of speed around that corner and running wide. You need to cut in tight instead. Oh, there's a big crash. Was that one of the leaders? Yes, that's for position, so we're up into 3rd place then. Again, sling it left here towards the finish line, and over we come. 4th place, pretty close behind. We're going to have to watch the 2 leaders now. There they are. One's gone one way, one's gone the other. We've managed to avoid them both. Well, in saying that, we let them avoid us. They've got more to lose than us at the moment, so if we normally if you keep it straight, the leaders of course are going to try and avoid you coming around that loop back, and we are up into 2nd place. The 2nd place that was obviously got held up with cars coming round on that most dangerous section as you're coming away from the loop back, and you've got cars shooting across the front of you, so we're up into 2nd place. Long way behind the leader, and 3rd place is pretty close behind, so we might end up doing more defending than we are attacking, but let's see how we get on. Like a lot of the folk type circuits, this is quite an unforgiving circuit. You make a mistake here, then there's a lot of big run-off areas. Not many barriers to save you. Is that the leader? I think it is. Yep, the first one was the leader, I think. Couple of cars are going round the wrong way every single time, which is making things tricky. I've managed to pick a gap. Yeah, through we go. Managed to cut, I was going to say I've managed to cut the gap slightly. Obviously the time does vary up and down slightly as each car is either going through a fast section or a slow section. Yeah, in fact it suddenly jumped up to 9-10 seconds, so no, I was going to say we've possibly closed slightly, but I don't think that's true at all. And that car that I could just see in the distance there, that's not the leader, I don't think. Nope, we need to watch. That's that Speedy that didn't get away from the start. Okay, turn in sharp here so we can again swing it left just slightly to get us through this little section, and 2 laps to go then. Right, the leader's going to be around any second now. Yeah, that's the leader shooting past us. We know there's going to be cars coming this way. There's one of them, there's 2 of them. Whoa, that was so close. Up onto 2 wheels and a few scrapes as we shot past the oncoming traffic. We got away with that quite nicely, and I've ran that wide again. I have not got that corner right at all in this race. pretty consistently not braked and turned in hard enough every time. Gap to first place definitely is increasing. They are quicker around this track than I am. We have got a little bit of a cushion back to third and fourth place now, so we possibly need to just defend our second place really. I mean, on this track and with this loop back coming up for the last time, anything could happen. Are we going to see the leader? That no, that's not them. I think they've already gone. Yeah, I think we didn't even see them that time. They are long gone. Right, we need to get across here one last time safely. There's a couple of cars. There's a gap. Yeah, we're through. Okay, if we lose second place now, then it's definitely going to be down to us. And yeah, just to keep things consistent throughout the whole race, I've ran that corner wide yet again. Fortunately, there's no one too close behind to take advantage. Run that one a little bit wide as well, but again, I can almost sort of ease off very slightly here. No need to push it too hard and make any silly mistakes. There's nothing really to gain from pushing really hard and cutting all the corners super tight. Winners across the line, excellent race by them, no mistakes at all, and we are across for a second place. That's 3 seconds, isn't it? I think second place in every race today. 1 minute 3.6 for ourselves. Yeah, leader was much quicker. We were pretty competitive time wise with most of the other cars though. Yeah, hat-trick of second places then. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and see you soon.